City lights are trembling, shadows creep. A silent vow, a secret I must keep. Underneath this armor, just a heartbeat loud. A hero's face hidden, lost in the crowd. Masked in the moonlight, flying through the fire.
Welcome back to Heroes Unmasked. I'm Assad, your comic book blurred. And today, finally, we get to the character I have been looking forward to since we started this podcast. Stephanie, you've been asking about this one since episode 1. We're talking about the kid who got hit with quantum juice at a gang street fight and became the most important teenage superhero in Milestone Comics history. We're talking about Static, Virgil Hawkins.
And I'm Stephanie, and yes, I have been asking about Static since day one. I'm so excited to finally learn the full story behind this character. I'm ready to learn the comics.
The comic Static was started, it was something very special. He's described by scholars as a black Spider-Man, the quippy, witty, science-obsessed, girl-crazy teenage hero who saves the world and still has to do his homework. Let's start at the beginning. Dakota City, 1993.
Back in the Codaverse.
Virgil Ovid Hawkins, 15 years old. Ernest Hemingway High School, Dakota City. Smart kid, science kid, comic book reader. He has a crush, he has a bully, and one night, he makes a decision that changes everything.
What was that decision?
His bully, a kid named Biz Money B, also called F Stop, was making his life miserable. A gang leader named Wade offers Virgil a gun and tells him to come to a gang meetup at the Paris Island docks. Virgil shows up, not to shoot anybody, but to feel powerful for once, to feel like he belongs somewhere.
He was scared, but he wanted to stop feeling scared.
And then the police showed up. They deployed their tear gas laced with an experimental mutagen called quantum juice, a compound that Alva Industries had been developing in secret. The gas hits the crowd. Most people die in the spot. Some survive, and those who survive are transformed. They get powers, all kinds of wild, unpredictable powers. They become known as Bang Babies.
Because the Big Bang was their birth as metahumans.
Virgil survives and discovers he can generate and control electromagnetic energy. He can fire lightning bolts. He can levitate metallic objects. And he can fly standing on a magnetized trash can lid. And inspired by the comic books he grew up reading and by seeing Icon operating in Dakota City, he decides to become a hero.
He was a comic book fan who got superpowers and thought, of course I know what to do with these. That is the most relatable origin story I have ever heard.
Dwayne McDuffie designed him that way deliberately. The Black Spider-Man, the kid who lives in the real world with real problems, who also has to be able to throw lightning.
And in the modern Milestone Returns continuity, the origin updates for 2021. Virgil is at a Black Lives Matter protest when Alva Industries experimental gas is deployed by the police. Some quantum juice, same Big Bang, but reframed to reflect the moment we're living in right now.
Because the story is timeless, the details update. The heart stays the same. A young black kid caught in a system that deploys violence against his community, finding power within that and choosing to use it to protect people.
Let's talk about Virgil as a person, because I think that's what makes Static work. His powers are amazing, but he's an amazing first.
Virgil is the son of Robert Hawkins, a social worker who runs the Freeman Community Center on Paris Island. His mother, Jean, was a paramedic who died in the Dakota riots. Caught in a crossfire between gangs before the series begins, that loss shapes everything about who Virgil is and why he hates guns with a passion that never wavers.
He saw what gun violence took from him personally, and then he almost went to that dock with a gun. That is a story about how close any kid can come to becoming something they never wanted to be.
His father, Robert, is one of the best supporting characters in all of Milestone. He's strict, but he's present. He talks to Virgil about real things. He knows his kid is grieving. He knows the world his kid is growing up in. Robert Hawkins is a dad that a lot of young black men that are readers wish they had or recognized from their very own lives.
And Virgil's sister Sharon, his best friend Frida, his buddy Rick, these are fully realized people around him. He's not a hero who lives in isolation. He has a whole life.
McDuffie always said, the best superhero stories are the ones when you're as interested in what happens out of costume as in it. With Virgil, that is absolutely true. You want to know if he passes his chemistry test and if he stops Holocaust. Both equally matter. Let's talk about powers, because Dwayne McDuffie had a background in physics, and it shows in how static abilities work.
He controls electricity and magnesium, right? But is more than just throwing lightning bolts.
Much more. Virgil can generate and project electromagnetics energy with a small zap to a full, powerful bolt enough to stop a full-grown man at a distance. He can absorb electricity from external sources and use it to augment his own power. He can create electromagnetic force fields strong enough to deflect bullets. He can magnetize ferrous objects and reshape them into cages, lassos, whatever he needs.
And the fight is so clever. He doesn't have wings or a jetpack. He magnetizes a large metallic object, usually a garbage can lid, later a steel disc. He makes his signature and rides it by controlling its magnetic properties. It's physics.
That's the genius of the design. He doesn't just have a power. He applies his scientific knowledge to that power in real time. Robin in the Teen Titans era said that Virgil's understanding of molecular structure rivals the Flash's. He designed improvements in Red Robin's cape. He built a robot out of spare parts from a quantum accelerator. He is generally one of the smartest young heroes in DC Universe.
He's not just a kid with a trick. He's a scientist who happens to be 15.
15-year-old scientist. And his power grows. The quantum juice that created him doesn't cap out. Over the course of the series, his upper limit expands. By the time he's an adult in Milestone Forever, he's a Justice League levels powerhouse. The kid with the trash can lid became one of Earth's most mightiest heroes.
Side, we have to talk about the cartoon, because Static Shock is static. September 23rd, 2000. Kids WB.
The first animated series ever to have an African American superhero as the lead character. First ever. 2000. Let that sink in.
Phil Lamar voiced Virgil, and he is static to me. That voice, that energy, that humor, Phil Lamar brought everything to that role.
And Dwayne McDuffie was the creative force behind that show, just as he was behind the comics. He fought to make sure the animated version kept the real-world grounding of the source material. Episodes about gun violence, about the character with sickle cell disease, about homelessness. and a Saturday morning cartoon for children.
That episode about the kid with sickle cell disease, I remember watching that and not even realizing I was learning something. That's what's great about this series.
The show ran for 4 seasons, 52 episodes. It crossed over with Batman Beyond and Justice League Unlimited. It made Jon Stewart voice actor Phil Lamar the voice at different points. Static and Jon Stewart, that's a remarkable piece of animation history.
And there's been talk of Static Shock films for years. As of now, milestone characters are integrated into DC continuity, and Static is one of the most prominent. His time is coming.
His time is here. He's in Young Justice. He's in the DC universe proper. Virgil Hawkins is not going back in the box.
Aside, I want to talk about what Static meant to young black comic book readers in 1993 and what he means now, because I feel like this one is the one.
Static was the first time a lot of young black kids saw themselves in a superhero in full detail. Not as a sidekick, not as a cameo, not as the black friend, as the main character. Smart, funny, scared sometimes, hopeful always. He has a family, he has friendships, he had a crush, he argues with his sister, he does his homework, he does the whole human being thing, also happens to be a superhero.
Representation isn't just seeing someone who looks like you, it's seeing someone who lives like you, with all the specific details that make a real life.
McDuffie said the goal was always to write characters who couldn't exist anywhere else. Not black characters inserted into a white world. Characters whose blackness was inseparable from who they were. Virgil couldn't be transplanted into Metropolis and be the same person. He is Dakota. He is Paris Island. He is Robert Hawkins' son. He is Gene Hawkins' boy.
He is complete.
Trivia time! First, Virgil's middle name is Ovid, named after the Roman poet Ovid, author of the Metamorphoses, a book entirely about transformation. McDuffie named the kid whose whole story is about transformation after the poet of transformation. That is intentional and beautiful.
Virgil Ovid Hawkins. That was not an accident. I love Dwayne McDuffie so much.
Second, in Milestone Forever, the story written to close out the original Milestone continuity before DC integration, Virgil Hawkins grows up to become a medical doctor and an active superhero. His 2 children with Frida Gorin both inherit his electromagnetic abilities. He literally passed the power down to the next generation.
His kids are black bang babies by inheritance. That's the most beautiful thing.
And the final fact, Static's very first appearance in comics was not in Static #1. It was a 3-page preview published in Icon #1 in May 1993. Before his own book launched, he showed up in Icon's book, 2 Milestone legends appearing together for the very first time.
Static walked out alongside Icon from the very beginning. That's full circle. That's a wrap on Static Virgil Hawkins, the kid with the trash can lid who became one of DC's most important heroes, the Black Spider-Man, Dakota's own. I love this character so much.
Static is a proof that a teenager from a working class neighborhood in a fictional Midwestern city can carry the full weight of a superhero universe on his shoulders. And he does it with cracking jokes. Thus special.
Start with Static Season 1 from 2021 for the modern origin. Then grab Static Shock Rebirth of the Cool for the classic original material. And if you haven't watched the cartoon, go watch it right now.
Next episode, we go all the way back to 1966, the very first black superhero in mainstream American comics, the king of the most advanced nation on earth. Next week, Black Panther.
Oh, we are ready for that one. That's the year I was born.
Wakanda forever! Until next Sunday, stay shocking.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, check out our posts, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And as always,
stay sharp,
stay fierce,
and never stop looking for the hero in yourself.
This is Heroes Unmasked.
City lights are trembling, shadows creep. A silent vow, a secret I must keep. Underneath this armor, just a heartbeat loud. A hero's face hidden, lost in the crowd. Masked in the moonlight, flying through the fight, chasing down the darkness, turning wrong to right. No cape, no glory, just a spark inside. Masked in the moonlight, where the heroes hide. Villains laugh, their plans unfold like thread. But I've got grit, not just what's in my head. Every punch a promise, every leap a chance. Dancing on the skyline, a midnight romance. Who am I when the sun breaks through? Just a shadow of someone you once knew. Masked in the moonlight, flying through the fight, chasing down the darkness, turning wrong to right. No cape, no glory, just a spark inside. Masked in the moonlight, where the heroes hide. The mask might crack, the night might fall, but I'll stand tall through it all. Lightning in my veins, fire in my stride. Even heroes cry, but we never hide. Masked in the moonlight, flying through the fire, chasing down the darkness, turning wrong to right. No cape, no glory, just a spark inside. Masked in the moonlight, where the heroes hide. Where the heroes hide. The mask might crack, the night might fall, but I'll stand tall through it all. Lightning in my veins, fire in my stride.